The Ants and the Grasshopper. It is summer in the park, and a colony of ants is busy gathering food for the winter. They are led by Ruth, well loved by her workers, but a tough leader. Suddenly, their work is interrupted by a sound in the distance. The sound is Elvis the grasshopper, playing his violin and dancing happily through the woods. Other animals, squirrels, birds, bees, and rabbits, peek out and watch him with glee as he dances on his merry way. He arrives at the anthill, asking the amused ants to join his dance, and some of them do, until Ruth interrupts, reminding them that they have work to do. "It's not time to play." But Elvis replies, "Don't be such a party pooper, Ruth. Let them have some fun. There's always going to be food to be found." But Ruth, annoyed, turns away from Elvis and claps her hands for all to get back to work. "Okay," says Elvis. "Guess I'll just have to have all the fun myself." And he dances off while singing his lively song. Sometime later, the ants are gathering morsels of food from a nearby deserted picnic table, handing them down one by one to long trains or columns of ants that disappear into the tunnels of their home. Nuts, grasses, grain, and juicy pieces of fruit. At night, Elvis the grasshopper is still singing, but now accompanied by a ragtag orchestra of his cricket friends. All are having great fun, engaged by his silliness. He's a star. As the ants fill various rooms where each different food is being stored, Ruth carefully counts the supplies as they come in, listing them with precision on her large ledger. Meanwhile, Elvis the grasshopper is in his own little house, imagining himself on a grand stage, singing opera. As it starts to get a little chilly, Elvis puts on his grasshopper sweater. But being so concentrated on his singing, he doesn't notice the shortened days and the dead leaves that have dropped all around his house, forming a deep orange blanket of many shades. Winter comes. It's snowing heavily, and all the animals are shutting their dens, tunnels, and caves. Ruth is doing a final closing of her anthill door, so all will be warm and cozy during the winter months. Getting very hungry, Elvis leaves his little home and goes outside, looking for food. But he's astonished to find that everything is covered in deep snow. He digs and tries to find some grass or grain or small morsel of fruit, but there is none to be found. Back at the anthill, the ants are having a great feast around a very large banquet table. Hundreds of ants are eating and enjoying the food they've stored up for the winter. In the center of it all is Ruth, warmly toasting her friends for their hard work. At the same time, Elvis is dragging through the snow, barely able to walk, exhausted and freezing. But now he recognizes the deserted picnic table and sees the anthill. He rushes to it and digs, trying to find the door. Inside the anthill, the feast is interrupted by the sounds of knocking. Ruth shushes everyone so they can clearly hear what's happening. The knocking continues, and a small voice cries, "Help me, ants! Please help me!" Ruth opens the door to find the nearly dying grasshopper. "Can you help me out, Ruth? I could use a good bite or two. Sorry I made fun of you storing up all that food. I think I'm a pretty foolish grasshopper." Elvis is now inside the warm anthill, sitting at the large table, feasting and laughing with the whole ant colony. Then, belly full, he says, "Maybe I should sing for my supper." And overflowing with thankfulness, he leads the entire community in a joyful song. It's now 6 months later, the middle of summer. Again, the ants are energetically gathering supplies for the winter. But now among them is Elvis the grasshopper, helping his buddies the ants. However, he still can't pass up the opportunity to lead them all in a rousing work song. Ruth joins enthusiastically, celebrating a great new friendship. The moral: don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. There's a time for play and a time for work. Work hard, prepare, and share.